Hi everyone, Jorgelina here. Thank you so much for being here. Whether this is your first time, your second time, or you've watched all of my videos, I am so excited that you have decided to click on this one. This is a video that was requested for me to create. I am going to be going through how to create a picture progression. What you see right now on camera is the one that I made last year for Valentine's Day. I have a couple. These will all be shared in the description of the video for free, as always. And then what I end up creating will also be in the description. As always, I will not hold anything back. I am going to be going from the beginning to the end. These are activities that came out of my brain back in 2020, and they have since evolved. Again, this is a teacher video, not a handbag video. If you are here for handbag content, I want to encourage you to watch one of my previous videos. I am recording this on December 31st, and it will hopefully be going up on the same day. So I am wishing you a wonderful end to your 2024 and a great beginning of the year. If you are like me and you are planning ahead, hopefully this is a great video. I will talk a little fast. I always do. I always get comments about it. I can't help it. It's just the way that I am. But let's dive right in. I will have all of the bits and pieces in the description so that if you want to fast forward, you can use those timestamps. And I am saying a lot, which means that is my cue to go ahead and dive in and get started. Okay, so this is what I created last year. This is a picture progression. I am going to go ahead and delete all the answers so you can see what it's like. This is what it starts like. And as students begin to type in their answers, the little hearts begin to appear. So these are all friends quotes. If their answer is incorrect, it's going to turn red. I just realized I was typing 3 in the wrong place. So there's that one. 4, 5, until it gets to the end, right? So until it gets to what it looked like before, which was this. Okay, so every time they answer a question, they are receiving a piece of the picture. And I was asked, well, how do you create these picture progression ones? So that is what we're going to be talking about today. I am also sharing with you the friends one, like this one. Why does it look like this? Let's refresh. It's because I'm using Safari. So I will probably have to switch over to Google Chrome. It's way easier to use. But this is the task card template where they choose a task card to work on and then they're answering the questions there. That will also be in the description, and I will talk about how to edit this as well. And then I have a bonus Taylor Swift one that I made last year. Very similar, but these are all Taylor Swift quotes from her songs. So I know I made a couple of them, so if I can find them, I will definitely link them in the description. I'm happy for you to have all of them, especially if you celebrate Valentine's Day with your students, like for a week or something like that. You'll have plenty to choose from. Okay, so I make my picture progression on Canva. So I know that a lot of you have the paid version. Remember that Canva is free for educators. It's free for teachers. So what I do is I just typed in Valentine's Day here, and then I made sure to click on Canva templates. And then I'm looking for one that I like, that I would like to edit. And the one that I had picked, hopefully I can find it now, to edit for this video was, where'd you go? This one. Okay, so I like the little candy hearts. I don't know what it is about them. Everybody knows that it ends up being very Valentine's Day. So this is the one that I'm going to edit. I am going to go to customize this template. And now here it is. Okay, so this template, I am going to now call it Picture Progression Valentine's Day 2025, just so that I know what this is. Canva does like to leave this open. I'm going to close that out so that I have less tabs to work with. All right, and then I'm going to start just editing this so that this is the final image my students will see. Obviously, I don't want to say things like kiss me or be mine or charm me, right? Like that is not classroom appropriate. So I definitely want to, I will be changing all of those to more appropriate ones. So I'm going to change the I love you to I am proud of you. And I'm going to highlight and I am going to change the font to make it smaller so that it fits on one row, just like that. And then the Happy Valentine's Day is fine there. I think I do want an apostrophe though. Happy Valentine's Day. Okay. Now I'm going to start clicking on the hearts and it should allow me to change the font. Uh-oh. Why not? I feel like the ones that I had last time would let me change edit what it said. Let me see. Is this all together? I'm trying to see if these are, oh, maybe I can change. Okay, I know what I'm going to do. Okay, here comes me being me. This color looks to be like the color of the outside. And then this first color looks to be like the color of the text. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to change that first color to the last color. I'm going to change them to match so that the words go away. I'm going to do that first to all of them. So that first color, change it to the last. First color, change it to the last. First color, change it to the last. So that I can get rid of that I don't want my font to say. So I'm going to do that. You got to kind of play around with it. It would be a lot easier if it was just a text box, but unfortunately it is not. So we have to work with it. And I'm going to do that to all of them. And then what I'm going to need is I'm going to need a text box. Okay, so now it's candy hearts. They are appropriate candy hearts because they have nothing so far. So now I'm going to make a little text box and add a heading. No, it's not a heading. It's, I guess it would be a subheading. And that font looks okay. I'm just trying to make a little tiny text box that's like appropriate. Let's come up with the first one. I'm trying to think of maybe you rock. You rock. It's a good one. I'm gonna change the direction and make it a little smaller. It's a good size. And now I can go back into here, right? And that first color here, right? That's that color that I'm missing. That it's going to be the first color. So I'm going to go into change colors here and I'm going to choose from the document colors the darkest yellow. So now that looks good. I'm not sure I like this font. Let me see if I can find a better font. So I'm going to go in here and see. I think that one looks even a little better. Recommended. Nope. Too thin. This is what I do. No, it doesn't look like the hearts. I want it to look like the hearts font, which is just like a plain font. Which one was the one that I saw first? I can't find it. I like the first one the best. Okay, I like that one. All right, that's the one I like. I kind of feel like this was not the right yellow. Like maybe when I got rid of the yellow, it went away. So I'm going to do that real quick. Edit the colors. And now the colors are gone. Where did they go? If we change it. Nope. Okay. Now I'm messing with this. That's okay. I think I'm okay with that. You can always edit to find a new color. Like if I wanted it to be a little darker. because that was like the darkest. I think, right, you could totally do that too. You can change. I'm using this. I'm trying to find one that I like. Maybe that's a good one. I like it because I want you to be able to see it. All right, so that's that. I'm going to keep messing with the font until I get it to how I like it. I'm going to switch how far apart the line spacing is. So I'm going to bring them closer together. I want to be happy that it looks like how it's supposed to. Maybe this needs to be all capitals. Maybe. Yeah, I like it all capitals better. All right, so personal preference, right? You rock. Okay, now I'm going to take this one. I'm going to copy it. I'm going to paste. So Control C, Control V. I'm going to put them on all the other yellow ones first. So that one was you rock. Another saying I guess I can use is genius. I like that. And I got to make it a little smaller so it fits. Put in that place. Paste again, and that's going to go here. This one can say, how about stay awesome? Stay awesome. I don't even care that it's like different colors, but you could tell what that's supposed to say. That's what I want. All right, paste. There's two more yellow ones. This one. I'm gonna make this one say cool kid. Looks good. And then paste one last one here. Bring it down. We can always leave, like, you don't have to have all different ones. How about ace it? All right, I like that. Okay, now I'm gonna make another copy, and I'm gonna start with, let's say, the blue ones. So the only thing I gotta do in this one is I have to change the color now. So I'm gonna go to the font color. I think I have to highlight the words, font color. I'm going to go to this darkest blue here, and then I'm going to click on the little color button, and I'm going to make it a little bit darker. There you go. I'm happy with that. So that's a good one. And now I'm going to copy this one. So copy. So I have the blue one copied. And let's see. Cool kid. How about team player? I like that. I'm going to lower that, make that a little smaller, center, and then paste and work on the next one. And this one could be, how about just go you? I like that. Okay, and then paste another one. Here's the last blue one. And it's just repetitive. You know, you are always welcome to skip, fast forward. I will have all that in the description. I just realized that genius is not capitalized, so I'm going to change that. Next, how about kind soul, like that. And we're going to make this bigger. And let's fix this to say genius. And I'll make this a tiny little bit bigger because it'll fit. Perfect. Okay. And now the last ones are the pink ones. So one more paste. And I am going to change this. Let's make it go on this one. Once again, for one last time, select all and click here and change it to the darkest pink and edit till it's a color. It's a little bit darker. Perfect. And then let's do high five. I like that one. Trying to find a good spot for it. I guess that's okay. High 5. Here's another one. This one's going to be, how about, it's my washer if you can hear it. Smart cookie. Smart heart would be a good one. Perfect. It's kind of large. I think I'm going to make it a little smaller. Okay. Smart cookie. Again, the hearts are not always perfect, right? Like some of them are all messed up. So I think that's okay. And paste one more. This one could be, how about top notch? Top notch. So as long as I could kind of tell what it was supposed to say, I'm happy with that. And that it doesn't look like anything inappropriate. And then the last one, shine bright. I like that. Shine bright. Shine bright like a diamond. And looks like that would be a good one. Ooh, too big. Okay, I'm quite happy with what it looks like. So this is my final product, right? This is how students would see the picture progression. And it doesn't have to be Valentine's Day, right? It could be anything, but Valentine's Day is what's coming. So now I am going to work backwards based on the number of questions. So if you have 12 questions, right? Like this is my 12 question template and it's what I'm going to be using. I have hundreds of templates. You can edit any of those that have images in them. So if you go back to previous videos and watch them, right, there's plenty to choose from. But I am going to be working on a 12 question template. I'm going to be working on this one. So I need this to be 13 total pages. So this is page 1 of 1. I need it to be 13. 1, which is the picture that they'll see when they begin, and then 1 for every question they answer correctly. So what I'm going to do is I am going to duplicate and I am going to start working backwards. So the last thing that I want them to see is this, I am proud of you, happy Valentine's Day. So I am going to highlight this and delete it. Right now that's gone. So this would be the second to last thing that they see before they get the last picture progression. And then I'm going to hit duplicate again, and moving in that way, I am going to start deleting things. So I'm going to delete the 1 heart and maybe 1 or 2 of the stars. Then I'm going to duplicate and I'm going to delete 1 heart and 1 or 2 of the things and keep going until I have 13, right? So now I have 5. Delete a couple things, duplicate. Let's delete this one and this one because I know I'm going to have less to go. 7, 8, 9, 10. Uh-oh. Is that enough? It's 11. Oh, perfect. Oh, I didn't even, I was kind of paying attention. And then 13. Perfect. Okay. So now this is what students would see, right? This would be the first page, nothing, blank. Once they answer the first question, they would get kind soul. And then once they answer the second one, they earn smart cookie and then ace it and then so on and so forth. That's it for the picture progression. That's how easy it is. I know that I've been talking for a lot of minutes, and that's because, once again, I don't want to hold anything back. I want to show you exactly what my thought process is, and that can take some time, right? But the process itself is not hard. Once you know what you're doing and you're kind of like on autopilot, it becomes so much faster. All right, so now what do? Now I have to download these. So I'm going to go to the share button. I'm going to go to download. I am going to leave it as PNG, and I'm going to make sure that I download all 13 pages. And then I'm going to hit download. The really nice thing about this is that it's going to download one folder. And in that folder, when I go into my downloads, all the images are there. Okay, so I am going to take this folder and I'm going to move it to another screen. You won't be able to see it, but I'm leaving this folder like off to the side. Oh, what did I do? I'm going to take this and I'm going to move it here. Okay, got it. I don't know. I tried to move it in the wrong place. So I have that folder off on another screen that you can't see, but I'll keep bringing it back if we need to. Okay, so now next step is to bring those images into the file. And for most of you, if you've been following me along, you already know how to do this, so you might not need to watch the rest of the video. I'm going to take the template that I already have. If you want to work on a task card template, you would take this one, but the process is the same. But I'm going to work on this straightforward template. I'm going to file, make a copy, and I am going to call this Candy Hearts 2025 template. And I guess let's put Valentine's Day because sometimes that's what I search for. And I'm going to save it into, I have a lot of locations here. I guess let's save it into this one because a lot of people have access to this folder and then they can have it. I'm going to call it 25 because it's a new year. Oh my goodness. Valentine's Day Candy Hearts template. I just created a new folder to save it into and make a copy. Okay. I'm not closing these out because I do want to share them for free with you and I want to make sure that I have them here for when I make the description for this video. But now this one is the Candy Hearts template. All right, what I'm going to do next is I am going to bring all these in there. But before I do that, I really do think I want to switch into Chrome. So I'm going to copy this. And I am going to be working on Chrome. And that is because Chrome has that little tool that I love where I can copy the, what am I even saying? The colors. Okay, so here it is. Okay, so here's the Chrome one. It's the same template. I haven't done anything to it. And did I lose my folder? Okay, there it is. Spaz. Okay, now I'm going to go into sheet 2. And then on sheet 2 is, all I did was click on sheet 2. This is the images that I have to change, and that's it. That's all I'm going to do. So the process is going to be very, very repetitive. I'm going to just delete all these. Notice how when I delete all those, now my image is gone. So from here, I'm going to first input the blank one. So I'm going to click on here. Remember, this is the folder I'm using. So my blank one is actually my last one. So I'm working backwards here. You can also start with question number 12 if you want to, and start on the first one on your folder. So I'm going to go to Insert, Image, and then Insert Image in Cell. Okay, and then from here, this is why I leave the other one open on the side. I can just drag it and drop it. Now that question is there. Okay, I'm going to do this last one here. Insert, Image, Insert Image in Cell. I'm going to grab that first one. The reason why I'm doing this is so that now I can show you here, now that image is there. I am proud of you with everything that we just did. Super easy, right? I hope that this is easy for you and that you find this useful. Remember, this does not have to be Valentine's Day themed. It can be any theme that you want. Eventually, you will also go, I just realized that I'm going on autopilot and I'm doing this backwards. This is supposed to be second to last question. No worries. I'm going to go to Control X and I'm going to paste that here and Control X. And let's do Control Copy better. Sometimes Control X messes with the questions. And now let me make sure that I did that right. Okay, good. I was working backwards and I went on autopilot. All right. Insert image in the cell. This is supposed to be the first question they answered correctly. and then insert image in the cell. And the second question they answer correctly. Insert image in the cell. And the third. This is why, right? I want this to be raw and unedited because I want you to see how to troubleshoot some of the things that might happen, right? And again, not hold anything back. These questions end up coming up all the time. So if you're watching this thoroughly, you should know like, oh my God, what happens if I did that? And that's it. Insert image in the cell. I'm not going to fast forward this. You can if you want to, but this is all I'm working on right now. Insert image and cell, and I am bringing one in at a time. Insert image and cell. Almost done. And then my next step, once I'm done bringing all of these questions in, is to go back into sheet 1 and check my work. Double check your work all the time. Okay, so what I'm going to do to double check my work is I'm going to delete all the answers. And then I'm going to test that every time that I type in a number, my question is only triggering one, it's triggering something new, right? That it's not like going backwards or that it's not the same picture showing up. So here we go. 1, perfect. 2, perfect. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I want this to be progressing, right? I want this to be progressing. 11 and 12. All right, it's perfect. It works. And now this is technically a working template. You are good to go. If you want to, you can change, you can leave it as is, but I'm not happy with the colors, right? The colors don't match. So the first thing that I'm going to do, and this is why I like Chrome, because Chrome has the color picker as Safari does not, at least not yet. So I am going to select any field that you want, and then I am going to click on the color picker, and I'm going to select this background color first because I want my entire background to match that. So now I'm going to select the whole image and I'm going to change it to that color that is now saved there. Okay. And I like this. I like the way that this looks. I think this looks way better, that it blends into the background. And then I'm going to start just changing up the colors. I want I'm holding onto the control button as I select. I want my questions to always be white. It's like the most forgiving for all of the answers. And then I'm going to make my numbers here pink. But I don't want it to just be any pink. I want it to be the same pink as my hearts. So there's that. And then I'm going to give it a border. Once again, holding on to the control. And I'm going to want that border maybe to be this cute little blue. And then the title, maybe you want it to be the yellow. And if that's the case, then I want my text to be different. I'm going to make the text this darker yellow so that it matches the hearts. Beautiful. I want this font probably to be white. Okay, and then the last thing that you can do is you can mess around with the template size. So you can make this smaller or bigger so that it fits nicely. I kind of like that. I think I don't need, well, no, I'm going to leave that there. You can also mess with these to make these bigger if you wanted to bring the overall image much larger. There we go. It's going to adjust as you're adjusting your the sides of your image, of your template. I'll make this slightly bigger. And there you go. There is a finished Valentine's Day picture progression template that we went to from beginning to end. This is the template. The next part of this video, if you want to continue following along, is going to be how to add questions and answers. So let's make it an easy one. I think I want to do 12 questions. Let's just do Let's do division. Yeah, I think so. I'm trying to think, maybe like division of 12 or something like that. Okay, so let's oh, nope, wait, before I do that, always file, make a copy, and this is going to be candy hearts and division practice, and this will end up being the answer key. So once again, make a copy, and I will share this one also as well, this completed one, and this is going to be division facts practice, and the instructions is going to be calculate each or evaluate each division expression. Type your answer in the, see what color it is, our background, purple. In the purple, purple answer field. If your answer is correct, it will reveal a portion of the image. If your answer is incorrect, it will turn red so that you can try again. Okay, I like those instructions, and I like to select the words and change them to that color. Purple. I'm probably gonna make it bold, maybe a little bigger. And then this is gonna be bold and red. And make it a little, oh, too big. Okay. And let's center that. So those are my instructions. And then now we're just gonna start typing in the problems. So I like to, for the division symbol, I like to use symbol salad. I know I share this all the time. Symbolsalad.com, and then get that division sign, copies it as text. So let's go with 144 divided by 12. And the answer to that is 12. And then the next one is let's do 120 divided by 12. That answer is 10. 108. This is all the 12 ones. Maybe not, because I don't want it to just be all the 12s. Okay. Hold on, let me just go back. I actually don't want it all to be 12s. I was just thinking for some reason. Let's start with something different. Let's go 36 divided by 6. It's kind of hard to come up with problems. That for me, for some reason, is always the hardest one. And that's going to be 9. Here I am thinking of these now. For some reason, the squares. I teach higher math, right? So those tend to be a little, for some reason, I don't know why those are the multiplication ones that are coming to mind right now. 72 divided by 12 is 6. 28 divided by 7. Let's try that one. That's 4. I'm trying to come up with different answers, and for some reason, I end up with the same ones. About 56 divided by 8. 7. 25 divided by 5. 42 by 6. 7. And 16 divided by 4. It's hard to come up with problems when I'm also thinking about talking out loud for some reason. 6 and 20 divided by 10. Let's do that. Okay, so I think that's a good bunch of problems. I hope I didn't make any mistakes. I am selecting all of them now, and just because I'm going to make them a little bigger, I think 36 is a good one. And I'm going to do the same for the answers here. I don't know, should they have an equal sign? Maybe, I don't know, because I didn't say, I called it an expression. We want to use careful, right? Careful with our words. I'm going to select these up here and make them a little smaller because I don't need all that space. Just feel like it looks nicer. Okay, so I have added the questions and the answers, and notice how my picture went away and it's saying that all these are wrong. Well, because these are set to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So what I have to do now is go and set the answers. So for example, the first one is 6, 9, 8, 9, right? The first 4, 6, 9, 8, 9. So I'm going to set those answers here to 6, 9, 8, 9. And notice how these numbers are changing to 1 from 0 to 1. Okay, so now these turned green. So the next is 6, 4, 7, 5. 6, 4, 7, 5. And then it was 7, 4, 6, 2. 7, 4, 6, 2. Perfect. So that's all you got to do. Now this is an answer key. Last step. Okay, so if you're still with me, right? So once you put in your questions, you put in your answers, you put your answers into the last, you put your answers into here. Now we got to hide them, right? We got to hide them so that students can't just go to sheet 2 and do the same thing we did. So to hide the answers, I'm going to go over into sheet 2 and I'm going to delete all the pieces that I don't need first. So I don't need this text here that's telling me where to put things. I don't need the problem numbers. And I don't need this thing that says answers here. I do need the answers. This is what's triggering your correct answers here. And then I do need these numbers here. This is triggering your picture progression. I don't really want to get into all that, but that's what's working your picture progression. If you want to dig into the formulas, you can. I do have a video about that also, but we do need these and we do need these. So if you happen to delete something, right? Like let's say I delete this, you're going to notice now that nothing works, right? So undo, man. That is your best friend, or Control Z, right? I undid that. No big deal. It came up. This is why it's important to check your work. Okay, so now I'm going to hide this. I'm going to select this column and I'm going to hide. And then for this, I'm going to select the answers. I'm going to change them to the smallest size possible, which is 1. I'm going to right click. And I'm going to go to View More Cell Options and Conditional Formatting. And here, I'm going to change the background to white, and I'm going to change the font to white. And then I'm going to hit Done. Now they're virtually gone. You can't see them. My last step is now I'm going to select from B all the way to Z. I'm going to right-click, and I'm going to go to Hide Columns. And then I'm going to bring all these in. And then I'm going to select all and bring all those up. Now this sheet is like blank and it's really annoying to try to get in there. And that's what I want. I want to be relentlessly annoying because I want students to actually complete the activity that I set and not try to cheat their way through, I guess, right? They lose on so much fun if they do that. And now last step is I'm going to right click here and I'm going to go to hide sheet. So I'm right clicking where it says sheet 2. And then I'm going to go to hide sheet. Now this is my answer key. One very last step now is to make the student sheet. So from here, I'm going to go to File, Make a Copy. And I'm going to change this to Valentine's Day Division Practice. And this is going to be student sheet. Make a copy. And on the student sheet, what I don't want is the answers. So I'm just going to delete the answers. There you go. So now this is the sheet that you can assign to students. When you make a copy of this copy will never have had answers in there, right? When you make a copy of this. So it's like a safe place for students to go and start working. So that is it. This is it for the video. Again, if you want to create anything else, I would love it if you shared back on Facebook. That would be wonderful. Or even in the description of this video, in the comments of this video. If you found this video useful, please give it a thumbs up. It really helps my channel grow. And if my channel grows, I am more motivated to continue to create this and continue to share for free and give you everything that you need to have a really fun learning experience for your students. I hope that you found this video useful, and I will see you on the next one. Bye.